Right now we have some basketball. OKC in 6 as predicted.
They're going to win away.
One more of these things, and I look like a genius. What up, Value Express? Let's get into this basketball. What you got to break? Let's talk about it. Let me know you're having a break. Put the names in the chat. We'll send those requests up to the card gods. Wimby, it's a good one. It's a solid pick, sir. We'll send those requests up to the card gods, and they will bless you accordingly.
Cover boy.
Wardell, Stephen Curry. Speaking of Stephen Curry, how about that Caitlin Clark, huh? Welcome back, miss. Any KG and Scoop? Oh, and KG and Scoop. Okay. Should have say, fam, let's get a box open before you start asking what got hit. But I see you, Sam. I got you. And KG, Scoot Henderson. That's a wild trio. It's like a future big three. Yeah, we're up for YouTube. YouTube is live. The eBay is live. We are live. Everybody's live. We're about to get to it. Yes, sir. Out the gate skis. Little DJJ. There's that man on the bass. Rob Dillingham. Rookie ordeal. Kaishawn George. Kawhi Leonard. Anthony Penny Hardaway, my guy. Followed by Dame Lillard, 78 out of 99. Nice little color match there on the green. Joel Embiid, 26 out of 150. Hopefully he gets his ish together so we can watch more JoJo basketball because he's a good basketball player when he's healthy. Get 2 injured mofos for our first 2 hits. Dame Lillard, get well soon. Joel Embiid, get well soon. Not too much in those 2 gentlemen. I'll refrain. Got the draft coming up soon. Finals finna be over in 1 more game. Then the draft to pop up. See where Coop's going to land as if though we don't already know these things. Anthony Simons on a hollow. Claytavius Thompson on the purple. Test drive of Maul Murray. Spicy P, who's hooping. Putting the world on notice. He got game and stuff. KJ Simpson on the hollow. LeBron James on the pink. Instincts of Jimmy Butler. OG Anunoby. That's the hollow there. Karis LeVert, Youth Quaker to John Saloon. And our guy AJ Mitchell. We have live auction on our eBay page. So follow our eBay page. There should be more breaks up for Wednesday. You can get in on those. We have live auctions for that. Set up our eBay page right now. You can also go to breaksandtakes.com. Breaks the letter N. Takes.com. Text join to the number on the home screen. Follow the instructions they send back to you. And you will be up to date on all things BNT once you join the associated communities for such things. Stephon Castle on the hollow. Rudy Gobert, Dame Lillard. What's up, Stranger? Stranger Danger, Blah's in the chat. Cooper would have been a bull if not for that damn coin toss. Or that damn Josh Giddey. Hakeem Olajuwon, 111 out of 199 on the Dream. Lock it up, Joel Embiid. There's our guy, Scutavius. Khalil Ware on the auto. Ayo Dosunmu. What do you think, Blah? Do you want to keep Josh Giddey knowing he cost you Cooper Flag? Trae Young on Septon. We like that one. We'll see that for later. Bronny Jr. Put that there. Lock it up with Giannis. J-Dub got a 40 ball tonight. Congratulations. Balled out. Josh Giggity. Like I want to trade anyone not named Matas. Well, there's nice. Topps Chrome Auto Redemption. Zachary Shea.
Nice.
User. Zara. That one was sneaky. We like Resale Shea. It's going to be a good one. Quentin Post. Nice little cute post there. Kevin Garnett by request. 20 out of 199. The Card Gods shining bright upon the KG requester. Jimmy Butler, Grade A Dick, Ayo Dosunmu, Trey Smith, Ryan Dunn, CD Sissoko, hell yeah, on the auto. Chet Holmgren, Hollow, Shaq Diesel, Jason Tatum, Anthony Black, and a tall Frenchman with a long last name. Hey, Blah, is Matas a number one for you guys? Is he like a top option, in your opinion, as a somewhat Bulls fan? Also, why the hell is Billy Donovan one of the longest tenured head coaches in all of the association on your watch? Why are you allowing this to happen? Why have you not done something drastic to prevent this from being the case? Like anything drastic to prevent that from being the case. Box numero dos. They are extending Billy. You can say they're extending Billy, but the dumbass statement isn't. That can't be associated to Billy Donovan if they are extending him. I think you got to kind of reroute that term towards the people signing the checks. In this instance, Stephon Castle, next stop autograph, very nice on the Steph cast. John Morant lost his 2-guard. Jett Howard, 14 out of 199. One off the jersey. Test drive and Brandon Miller. Dominique. Nobody sees his pose as being weird but me. But that's fine. Larry Johnson. Art OG. What's up, bro? Just pop in the chat. Say hi to Blah. All good. Demetrius John Morant. Tyrese Maxey. Lock it up of our guy Chet. And young Justin Edwards. That trade was insane. I liked it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Surprising. Like, I didn't even know Desmond was on the block like that. But hey, good trade for Orlando. Free up some of that logjam at the PG spot. Get Desmond Bain. Nice little upgrade at the 2. Get some offense on the team. Didn't really lose a ton defensively, if any at all. Mikal Bridges on the hollow. Nikola Topic. Kyle Kuzma on the hollow. Followed by Kevin McCullough, the remix. 290 out of 299. Ferp Dog. Johnny Furpy, 7 out of 25 on the Destiny. You like Big Ferp. Tatali Aussie. Quaker Bronny. And Cam Christie. Lowest number hit of the break so far. Ferb Dog. They call him Aussie Air. They don't. I do. But that's fine. Give it time. They will. Chet Howard. Andre Jackson and the remix on the auto. Dennis the Worm Rodman. IQ on pink. Kyle Filipowski. James Harden. Followed by Kawhi Leonard. Like a couple teammates there. Ron Holland on the Destiny. Caruso Goat. Followed by, at this time, a numbered Caruso Goat. 185 out of 350. Mama's Boy Buffkin shortly following. 43 out of 275. Youthquaker Zach Edey. And the freshly traded Banosaurus Flex. Praying for a decent Curry, like Seth or Dale. They're decent. They're decent Currys. Wardell's the winner, though. That's the big one. Pause if necessary. Did we ever flesh that out completely? We were talking basketball. I think the question was the biggest gap between father and son in the league. If the gap between Jalen and Rick Brunson was wider than the gap between Steph and Dale. Steph and Dale.
Kobe and his old man?
No, I'm talking about that played in the league, in the association. Jelly Bean was strictly international.
I thought he played in Philly.
Was he a Sixer for like a
Cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee?
I don't know. It's not.
If that's the case, then that would be the win.
Yeah, because he's in it's a farce, but he's in an episode of Winning Time, the HBO Lakers show.
Really?
Yeah, Jelly Bean Bryant.
Van Fleet, Harrison Ingram.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the GOAT gap. Trae Young. Huh?
8 seasons.
8 seasons?
4 in Philly, 3 in San Diego, and 1 with Houston.
They paid him 8 years? All right. Well, that's the GOAT gap.
The last 3 years of his career were his best. 11.6, 11.8, and 10 points.
Kobe outplayed him his last 3 years of his career as well. Question still stands, though. The gap between the Brunsons wider than the gap between the Currys. Rick was there. Dell was serviceable. Dell was
That played
good.
a long
Dell
time.
played a long time. He played well for a long time. Also, solid play-by-play guy before they hired that clown show in Charlotte. That's just strictly there for entertainment purposes. I mean, the gap with Bronny and when Bron goes the opposite direction, we're looking for son being better than father in this case. And that's never going to be the case there. Jonathan Mogbo. Rob Dillingham, 30 out of 199. Laurie Markkinen, Anthony Simons. Rockstars! Zach Edey.
Nice.
It's a nice one there. Cool little caser. Not mad at that. It's fun. It's fun times. Grade A Dick. Quentin Post. Stockton, Kyle Filipowski, another redemption. This time I saw it. Kaishan George, Nikola Jokic trying to lock it up. We gotta relax, Tops. We gotta relax. Johnny Furpey, Kevin Durant, looking for a new home. 211 out of 275. Should have been a mercenary, like I said. Should have been a mercenary, like I said. Nas Reed, Penny Hardaway, test drive with Trey. Khalil Ware. Spent way too much money tonight. Feel half sick, and it was all on stuff I don't really need. I'm sorry, Seth. Redemption of Orange Refractor. That's a 25. Of no typewriter action. C. Carmelo Anthony.
That's sick.
That's nice. Little orange. Probably a color match since it's New York. That's good stuff. Like that one. You think Carmelo beats Beasley? When they run the ones, they're setting that up. I want to see that. I want to actually watch that one. Nice little Carmelo Anthony hit there, though. So you're gonna win your money back in a minute. What's up, John L? Yo, we getting all the old school folks coming back in here. Blah, did you call all these individuals up and just bring them in? Ardo G, who ain't been here in centuries on end. And then John L, who we thought disappeared off the face of the earth. But he's here. Kaishan George, 290 out of 299. I think Blah brought in all the old school folks from back in the days. I think he had them hidden in his basement somewhere. And now that he's back in our chat, they've followed. He's the key. He's the oracle. Either that or he stole their login because he hasn't said anything since they showed up. So I don't know. I think the latter might be a possibility because it's Blah. He's weird. AJ Johnson on the auto. Very nice next stop. There's J Hawk, Zach Edey. Ferp Dog. Need a WWE break again. I keep hearing this. Clyde Drexler, 14 out of 150. I agree. We do need a WWE break. There's a lot to talk about, but not really a lot to talk about. Dirk Nowitzki, 91 out of 350. But we do have a hell of a time with our WWE breaks. Breaking on the Fed. Dirk Nowitzki. Big Germ. Because he's sick with it. Clyde Drexler. Will be a solid NBAer today. Really, really good NBAer today. Pardon. Alright, Seth. Let's get your brother here. Bilal will be the one to make this happen. I mean, it's his job. So you can tell me all you want. It's just gonna relay back to the moderator. He sets all this stuff up. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Bilal's the guy behind the scenes. That is, don't let this Bilal persona fool you. That's the Clark Kent version. Allen Iverson, Tristan Newton, Jalen Green, Tristan Newton, a gang, test driver, Maul Murray, Skylight signature, Bryce Sensabaugh, no ice Bryce for you on the auto. Also, Iguodala, 113 out of 125. He's very super block. Like extremely super block. D. Quaker Bright, Jalen Tyson, J-Dub hoop tonight, 106 out of 350, just in time. Mellow Ball, 5 out of 65 on the Mellow. De'Aaron Fox. Is De'Aaron Fox better than Kyrie Irving? Jason Kidd, John Stockton, Furpy, and Ulrich Komche. Just don't try to fly off a roof, please. Don't tell him his limitations, Seth. Don't you try to limit this man on the things he can and cannot do. You know, if he feels empowered enough, if he feels as if though that ability is within his wheelhouse, then, you know, don't tell him what he can't do. That's all. That's all. You don't live by that mantra. Roberto Kelly and his headset whilst leaping from a rooftop to rooftop, then allow him to do so. Derek Lively, 187 out of 199. Test drive, Mikal Bridges. Spider Mitchell on a hollow. Comchi. Ease Missy on the auto. It's nice. Malik Monk, Calvin Murphy, Kyrie better, but I'd rather have Fox for a team. Yeah, but we don't know that though, Seth. We don't know that. We won't know that until we know that. You know what I mean? I'm just not one to like rule out the possibilities. That's all. That's all I'm saying. He might be the one that could. Very saw Curry base. It's the little things. CJ McCollum, Jalen Tyson. Lock it up with JoJo. Anton Watson. Baylor Shireman. What's up, Tom? Jonathan Mogbo. Zoe Morning. Eric Gordon. Joel on the Instincts. And we're moving on. Kyrie, too much of a nut job locker room issue, in my opinion. Okay. Younger, which is fine. If you're the Spurs, do you draft Dylan Harper anyway, even with Fox there, or do you trade the pick? Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker. 51 out of 299. Magic Johnson on the hollow. Jalen Wells, test drive, Jalen Brunson. Khalil Ware on the auto. Yes, sir. I like that one. Anton Watson. New Triple J, Jaime Jaquez. The remix. I mean, yeah, having a fully functional ACL probably does help with basketball-related activities. Will not deny that portion. Kyrie getting a little too seasoned to be bouncing back from these type of injuries whole. Obviously, hopefully that's the case because it's Reed, but yeah, we don't know. We do not know. Sumo, Devin Carter, Ryan Dunn, Youthquake, and Nikola Topic. You might get some minutes next year. At some point in time, OKC is going to let some of this talent walk. Colin Sexton, what's up, Tone? Lou Dort. Nas Reed, Hollow, Jabari Walker, Rob Dillingham, and TSJ. Shout out to Senior on Jersey night. That was crazy. Hey, Bly, I got the 11th pick or something like that. Some goofy. Do you know who you're going to draft? Do you have any idea? Are you looking at anybody on the radar in the late lotto? Late lotto for the Bulls is wild. Jaylen Brown, he's got a whole team to himself next year. See what he does with it. Mogbo, Desmond Bane. Maxwell Lewis, Los Angeles Lakers legend Maxwell Lewis on the auto. J-Dub, 75 out of 75 on KC. Well, I'm glad it looks a little bit better. You have a plan for the draft, Blah? What's your plan for the draft? I'm curious. Maxwell Lewis, the fuck? Dylan Harper's good. Alex Caruso, lock it up with Giannis. Darren Holmes. Tristan Da Silva, Buffalo boy, 226 out of 350. Zachary Reese-Sachet, 234 out of 275. Oh, you just playing out like a real game plan for anything. 37 out of 99. Former Bull Zach LaVine on a test drive. The last talented Bull left, Zach Lavin. We started asking him about Cooper Flag. Make sure we get his spreads in the master so he falls to 12. That's your plan. That's your plan. Unless Cooper is on his giddy, he ain't sliding in the draft, sir. He's not sliding in the draft. And it'd be difficult for him to be on his giddy to an extent because he literally just turned 18 not that long ago. So, good luck with that, though. Good luck. I wish you all the rest in that endeavor. Running up on a halfway mark. Oh, the break. Anthony Black. See his minutes go up this upcoming season. Looking forward to that. Big Anthony Black fan. Calvin Murphy. Anthony Edwards. Zach LaVine. Castle. Missy. OMP. Olivier. Maxime Prosper on the auto. AI. Bilal Coulibaly. 87 out of 275. Looks like there's some golds in them cards. Khalil Ware, Chet Holmgren, and our gold Rob Dillingham, 10 out of 50 on the instinct. Gold, gang. We need a rumor so bad that makes Deshaun Watson look like a choir boy. Alright. At that point, do you still want him? And if it's coming from Chicago, do you still want to be there? If you putting that type of smut on his name like that. Of course not. Not that it matters, but it's time for him to re-up. You're not going to re-sign him anyway. You're going to give the money to Billy Donovan. Since your organization is so smart. Instincts to Devin Booker. Baylor Shireman. Jalen Brunson. And the tightest of shorts. Walker Kessler. 89 out of 350. Ryan Dunn, 90 out of 299. A.J. Johnson looking for a breakout year next year. He just might get it. perfect idea. Cooper Flag made me spend all that money on Patrick Williams spots a couple years ago. He did no such thing. That was all you. And now that is recorded on record. So, ha. Would Watson be considered a misogynist? I see what you did there. Seth. I see what you did there. He'll be here all week, folks. Andrew Wiggins, Jalen Green, 1 out of 150, first of his kind. There's Trae Young, Zach LaVine, Mark Williams, the young man, Chet, Tristan da Silva on the auto, now, Bradley Beal, Shaq Diesel, De'Aaron Fox. We support you, Seth. You're good, friend. Don't you worry. All right, see what cards we get. Take us into the halftime show. Jaylon Tyson, Pel Larson, AJ Mitchell, Victor Wembanyama. That's crazy. Frozen Fractor, -5, Victor Wembanyama. Ask and ye shall receive. The card gods follow through as they seem to do. That's nice. That's a good Wemby hit. Where's our Wemby guy? Where's Wemby, damn it? Yeah, it's a good hit. We like you. Ronnie James, test drive with Kyrie swerving. Quentin Post, KJ. That's a good finish to the first half of the break right there. Spider Mitchell, Jokic, OG, and grade A. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Value Express. You sent your request up to the CGs. Your cardinal must be high because the CGs answered in great fashion. Frozen Fractor, -5 ball. Wemby. Yes, sir. Shout out to you. Congratulations. The value on that for Wemby, pretty good.
At least $3.
Pretty good. I ventured, not knowing what he paid, but I ventured house money at this point.
You can say that.
I'd venture house money at this point. I think we're good. I think we brought a bit of the even. Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Simons, KJ Simpson, Alex Sarr. Also, Iguodala to 10. 8 out of 10 on the auto. Also, Iguodala. Phoenix Suns fan. The KD replacement, I believe is what they call him. Nobody calls him that. That's not a real thing. Stephon Castle, Mahalo, OG Anunoby of the purple, test drive of Melo, Ball, MPJ, LaMelo again, and Peyton Pritchard. Tyler Hero than Peyton Pritchard, so you know that happened. Gee, let's get this 1-on-1 then. This one ain't doing nothing else. Klay Thompson, Rudy Gobert, Topic, Jonathan Mogbo, 291 out of 350. The big meow on to lock it up. Austin Riffs, Hollow, Marcus Smart, Tejan Saloon, Jamal Shed, followed by his teammate Grade A Dick, 77 out of 150. Ingram, Brody, Russell Westbrook, Tyler Kolek. Oh, another orange refractor redemption. Ayo Dosunmu. There you go, blah. He's part of that bull you guys got going on in Chicago. Lenny Wilkins, Jalen Wells, get well soon. 133 out of 299. Yachty, Kaishan George. Oh, you got beat out for the Wemby spot? Yikes. Yikes. Talking about Wemby or Braun? Oh, Braun. Okay. Decent little chunk of change for some leverage. It's like $10 a year of life. Enrique Freeman. Ice Tray. Sandro. Mamu. 34 out of 199. Deron Holmes on the Youthquake, 86 out of 99. Khalil Ware, Isaiah Stewart, Jaylen Brown. Shit! Followed by Quentin Post, Destiny of Terrence Shannon, and Antonio Riffs. No LBJ autos, please. I don't know if the person that got the spot would agree with you. I think they probably want an auto. Let me speak for everybody like that. It's not fair. You did say please, though. You did say please. So we'll leave it up to the CGs. Yeah, basically. Basically out of 5. That is a little rough, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember that break. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Jed Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Jalen Wells. Get well soon. Nice little auto of that young man. Hakeem Olajuwon, Kaishan George, Instincts of Wardell. We're getting there. We're getting there. Mama's Boy Buffkin, Chet Holmgren, Kolick on the Destiny. How they do? -5. All yours. Justin Edwards, Zoe Maureen, Laurie Markkinen, 182 out of 350. Chet Holmgren. Gold Gang, Alex Sara, 44 out of 50 on the Instincts insert. KG. Another KG on a hollow. Khalil Ware, Jokic, Young Sandro, and Kevin Garnett again. Another number hit, 114 out of 199. Shout out to the KG spot. Doing a little bit of the dining this evening. Terry Shannon Jr., Taylor Hendricks, Alex Sara on the base instinct. Dylan Brooks on the auto. Clyde Drexler, Elvin Hayes, 6 out of 75. Legend Elvin Hayes. Stop playing with him. Bonafide bucket getter, fam. Cody Williams, Ron Holland. Why are the rookies throwing behind the back passes? Why don't we teach fundamentals anymore? This is why the game is falling apart. Young whippersnappers out here just throwing the ball behind the back. For what? For what? Simple chest pass gets the job done. Sorry. Fred VanVleet, Spider Mitchell, 185 out of 275. Jamal Shedd, De'Aaron Fox, Jeremy Shohan, Rip Hamilton on the hollow, followed by Anthony Simons. Lock it up with Jaylen Brown. I'm really, really curious to see what he does next year as the guy. A lot of speculation on whether or not he could be the guy and not just a guy. Gonna get opportunity next year. And a good situation too. Boston will still be good. They'll still have a lot of that open floor, open space around them with all the shooters they have. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. get at least one a night for whatever reason. Get one little troll per break. Corey Kispert, Rip Hamilton, Tyrese Maxey, Tyler Smith, Ryan Dunn on the auto. Yes, sir. Tristan Newton, Russell Westbrook, lock it up at KD. Eric Gordon, Ice Trey, Ron Holland, and Stephon Cassell. Last time I'd be on the castle. You talking about Jaylen Brown? Oh, for Tatum. We'll take Tatum's starting spot. I mean, rumor has they're trying to shop Drew around. Let me see. I'd probably be matchup based. It'll probably be matchup based. It's a good question though. Like, that's a pretty big spot to miss out on if they look to add somebody to replace him. 235 out of 350, Andrew Wiggins, Rip Hamilton, use Missy, Jared Allen, Fred Van Vliet, Kobe Jones, Banosaurus Flex, 34 out of 275, Test Drive of PG, and Brody. I think that if they can get something back for this holiday trade, and they can find that and like slide that person into that spot in their starting spot, that might be the ideal look. Whoever it is, it needs to be somebody that plays seamlessly into the system, fits seamlessly into the system. They still shoot the 3 ball. They still need the versatility defensively. Has to be somebody that can check those boxes. There's a hollow Wemby. Yes, sir. Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown, TSJ. Sean Kemp on the Skylight auto. Anthony Black. Clyde Drexler, 192 out of 199. Zach LaVine. More base Wemby. There's PG. De'Aaron Fox. Teresa Shea on the Destiny. And Sandro. Marcus Sasser, Ty Halley, The Worm, Dennis Rodman, Anthony Davis, 161 out of 299, Khalil Ware, Cam Christie, Jalen Wells, John Morant, a couple teammates there. Jalen Wells possibly getting a bigger role this upcoming season with Desmond Bain out the way, as long as Jalen can be healthy. Lawrence Joseph Bird on the hollow, Lenny Wilkins, Test Drive with Ty Maxey, OG, and KJ Simpson. Three boxes left before we switch over to British Delight. Him or Gigi? for like who I think is going to get that spot? Or are you saying that's who it should be out of? Both, yeah. Yeah, it'll probably be dependent on fit. It'll definitely be dependent on fit. They're gonna go through some trial and error figuring that out. I think first things first, figure out the system that they're gonna run. If they're keeping what Taylor had in place, with the motion offense they're running, or if they're doing a lot of, or they're doing something else. And they need to make a decision if we're Triple J's are number one or John Morant's are number one. Jake LaRavia on the auto. Jordan Poole, Norman Powell. 67 out of 275 when a Norman Powell hit. UCLA legend Norman Powell. Spence Dinwiddie on a hollow. Antonio Reeves, Ryan Dunn. Moving on. We're both in agreement KCP does not start there though, right? Like those minutes don't go to KCP by and large. It's gotta be Jay Wells. It's gotta be Jizzy. Hell, Cam Spencer, for Christ's sakes. Yves Missy. Naz Reid, 183 out of 350. Stephon Castle. A little cold this break. Usually Stephon has some fire by now. Pell Larson. AJ Mitchell. Zach Edey. Eric Gordon, 198 out of 299. Devin Carter on Destiny. Moving right along. How many more years we got of Eric Gordon in the association? It's gotta be. We gotta be getting to the finish line, right? We gotta be nearing retirement stage, right? Kessler, Karl Anthony Towns, Stephon Castle, Jalen Green on a test drive. Cam Christie, next stop auto. Entering his locker room, Eric. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to that point. Good locker room guy. Great teammate. He's like a coach on the sidelines, you know. Where he's really getting the young guys in practice, getting them together, teaching them the right pro habits. He's gonna be that guy. He's turning that guy for sure. Keeping the young guys sharp, keep them on their toes. You know, really pushing the agenda around here. Entering into his Jared Dudley stage. Idris Bam Adebayo. There's MPJ. Brody Westbrook, 2 out of 65. Wonder if that contract's still on the table for him. Oso Ighodaro, MPJ. Ron Holland. Derek White, Khalil Ware, Is Haslam the GOAT locker room guy? He's in that running. He's in that conversation. In terms of just longevity with one squad, probably. He's not first team all goon though. That's James Johnson. James Johnson is first team all goon. Kendrick Perkins also first team all goon. Two boxes left. We got a few more hits in here, I'm sure. We got a few more hits in here, I'm sure, before we slide over into case 2. The greatest scam in history. Ron Holland, Yves Missy, LeBron on a test drive. Ulrich Komchi on the auto. Nice little skylight auto there. Carmelo Anthony, followed by Roblox Collier, 16 out of 50. Golden Gang. Dylan. Jeremy Showan, Grade A Dig, JoJo. Justin Edwards, Tremetius, John Morant, Draymond Green, Franz Wagner, Josh Giddey, Ty Halley. Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, 283 out of 299. Reese O'Shea, Dirk, and Dame. Wardell on the hollow, Elvin Hayes, Kyrie on the instant, Bronny Jr., Bronny Sr., DeRozan on all James Harden on the purple, Kawhi locking it up. Ferk Dog, 99 out of 350, Johnny Ferkley. Followed by Andrew Wiggins, 55 out of 150. Followed by a gold card, which we'll find out later because Brandon Ingram, Giannis, there's the Drew Wiggins. Lock it up to 50. Victor Wembanyama, 50 out of 50. Wemby spot doing all right for herself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a bookend of a Frozen Fractor. Got a bookend of a gold Insert. I mean, you know, something light. Nothing too crazy. Shout out to the Wendy spot. Doing alright for self this evening. LaMelo Ball, Cam Johnson, Kyrie, Devin Carter, next stop auto, Beef Stew, then Drawman, Youthquake of Carter, Jarris Walker on the hollow, Mikal Bridges test drive of Cade, and Base Cade. All right, last box. You get a little Hail Mary heave, last second full court shots, you know, things of that nature. DeJounte, Alperin, Cade Cunningham on a hollow, Jalen Bridges, lock it up with JoJo, Johnny Furpey on the auto. Furpey's having a good break. Kyrie Irving, Jamal Shead, test drive of Dame Lillard, Giannis, Jamal Shead again. Furby's on his third hit. Oh, zip break. Okay, Topich, Jones, James Harden on the subtone. LeBron James, 48 out of 99 on the Instincts insert. Nice hit for the bronze spot. Nick Vooch, Scotty Barnes, KD, Austin Reeves, Quentin Post, 146 out of 150. Risa Shea on the Instinct. And moving on. Jr. Dirk Nowitzki, Cam Spencer. Wemby on a lock it up base. Aaron Nesmith. Now this is a good card to get right about now, because Aaron is upping his value tremendously with this playoff run. Aaron Nesmith on the auto. Another Pacer that wrote all over a card in this break. Spicy P on the silver. Tristan Newton, 87 out of 299. Khalil Ware. Christopher Paul. Austin Reeves. Zach Edey on the Youthquake. Last stack of packs before we slide into phase 2 of the break. Phase 2 of the break. Miles Turner. Devin Coulter, 242 out of 350. Khalil Ware, 24 out of 65. Nice short hit for you, Ware. Spot. Brandon Ingram. Jared Vanderbilt. Billy Shireman. Jimmy Butler. Dante DiVincenzo. Brunson on the Instinct. And Ryan Dunn. Alright. That concludes case 1. Moving over to case 2. Hopefully we can salvage this break for some of you. Alright, Grady Dick, Q Post, KJ Simpson. KJ Simpson again, 22 out of 25. Justin Edwards, 83 out of 99. Malik Monk, 76 out of 129. OMP on the auto. And Vince Carter, 16 out of 25. One off the jersey. Fire little auto there. And then Trae Young. Vincentities. 25 is not too shabby. We like Vince. Good hit there. There we go. Nice helix. Zachary Risachet.
Nice.
Good hit there. Frenchie's kind of killing it tonight. Josh Giddey, 44 out of 99. Gary Trent Jr., 14 out of 129. Johnny Furpey having a great break, 14 out of 25. Justin Edwards on the auto. Devin Carter on the next stop auto. And Kawhi Leonard, 4 out of 25 on the Instinct insert. Why the who?
Silky Johnson.
Why the who dressed like that?
Xavier Woods.
I don't know. Player hater of the year. That's funny. That's funny. I gotta see that.
Bastard.
Beef Stew, Mello, Marcus Smat, Franz Wagner. Calvin Murphy, 29 out of 129, 6 off the jersey. De'Aaron Fox, 8 out of 129, 3 off the jersey. Zach LaVine, 11 out of 50. Jalen Tyson on the auto. Devin Carter, gold auto, 24 out of 50, 2 off the jersey. And Anthony Davis on the Instinct insert. Little JT20 for number 24. Overextended the shot a little bit, but it's cool. One second, folk. Box. Whoops. Taylor Hendricks, Isaiah Collier, Cam Johnson, 34 out of 99. Kobe Buffkin, 38 out of 129. OMP, 36 out of 50. Lenny Wilkins on the auto. Very nice hit there. Jabari Walker, 45 out of 50 on the auto. And Ty Maxey, test drive. got the Worm, Draymond, Kuzma, Bridges, KG, 14 out of 50. Alonzo Mourning, 6 out of 99. Dirk Nowitzki, 79 out of 129. AJ Johnson, 50 out of 50 on an auto. Jonas Valanciunas auto and a red of 1. Donovan Mitchell on the Instinct, 3 out of 5. Very nice. Spider Mitchell on the red. Keep your AJ Johnson cards, folks. Might be due for a breakout next year down in Washington. Over in the DC area. Cam Whitmore, 41 out of 129. Elvin Hayes, 23 out of 99. Hakeem Olajuwon, 113 out of 129. Kobe Jones on the auto. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 9 out of 25 on the auto. On a gold test drive, Brandon Miller, 11 out of 50. Down to the final four. So Castle, DiVincenzo. Spider Mitchell again, 66 out of 129. We got to 10. We'll save that for later. Anton Watson, 35 out of 99. Khalil Ware on the auto. Tyler Kolek on the auto. Gold lock it up with Jaylen Brown, 47 out of 50. Lock it up, he will need to do. Let's see what this card number to 10 is going to be. Spotter to 129 will unveil. It's a nugget. 3 out of 10. Michael Porter Jr. Little MPJ action. Simons, George, Chet, Kalaware, Bilal Coulibaly, 34 out of 50. Spicy P, 69 out of 129. Magic Johnson, 43 out of 99. Skylight Auto, Justin Edwards. DeJounte Murray, 20 out of 50 on a gold auto. And Nikola Jokic. Lock it up. Two boxes left. Another number to 10. This one is 8 of 10. We'll save that. John Morant's going to hide him. AJ Mitchell, 83 out of 99. Rasheed Wallace, 12 out of 129. Skylight Auto, Meta World Peace. Kevin McCullough Jr. on the auto. And Stephon Castle on the Destiny. Did not expect to see Meta World Peace auto. For sure. But we here now. Alright, what's this hit to 10? It is a Spur. Oh boy. Oh boy. 8 out of 10. Harrison Ingram. Had us on the edge of our seats here. I'll say we get another Wemby. We might as well just wrap it up. Alright, last box. Oh, new break. See if we can get a Steph for Seth. Cam Christie. Lenny Wilkins, 8 out of 129. Clay Tavius Thompson, 37 out of 50. Beef Stew, 50 out of 99. Tristan Del Silva on the auto. Alex Sarr on the Instincts. Last chance. Last hit of the break. It's an orange. Next stop of Bronny James Jr. on the auto. 23. His daddy's jersey number out of 25 on the Bronny James Jr. autograph. Shout out to that spot. That is our break, folks. Sleeve and top load these hits. Give you guys a no cap recap and send you on your merry way to enjoy the rest of your evening, however you choose to do so. Alright. Here we go. No cap recap. Oh, let's go in order. Non-numbered autos are as follows: Tristan Da Silva, Meta World Peace, Kevin McCullough Jr., Justin Edwards, Tyler Kolek, Khalil Ware, Kobe Jones, Jonas Valanciunas, Lenny Wilkins, No Problem CPR, Jalen Tyson, Devin Carter, Justin Edwards, Oliver Maxine Prosper, Aaron Neesmith, Johnny Farpy, Devin Carter, Ulrich Conchi, Cam Christie, Jake LaRavia, Sean Kemp, Ryan Dunn, Dylan Brooks. But there's more. Jalen Wells, Tristan Da Silva, OMP, Maxwell Lewis, Khalil Ware, Yves Missy, Bryce Sensabaugh, AJ Johnson, Andre Jackson Jr., Stephon Castle, City Sissoko, and a redemption, Zachary Reed-Sachet. Those are non-numbered autos. Some good ones in there. Our hits to 350, Devin Carter, Johnny Farpy, Nas Reed, Andrew Wiggins, Lloyd Marketing, Jonathan Mogbo, Walker Kessler, Tristan Da Silva, Jalen Williams, Dirk Nowitzki, and Alex Caruso. To 299, Tristan Newton, Jared Vanderbilt, Eric Gordon, Anthony Davis, Jalen Wells, Ryan Dunn, Jabari Walker, Kaishan George, and Kevin McCullough Jr. Our hits to 275, Norman Powell, Desmond Bain, Donovan Mitchell, Bilal Coulibaly, Zachary Reed-Sachet, Kevin Durant, and Kobe Buffkin. To 199, Clyde Drexler, Kevin Garnett, Sandro, Derek Lively, Rob Dillingham, Jett Howard, Kevin Garnett, and Hakeem Olajuwon. I thought so. Tristan Newton and Rob Dillingham wear the same jersey number. It's kind of goofy. To 150, Quentin Post, Andrew Wiggins, Grady Dick, Jalen Green, Clyde Drexler, and Joel Embiid. Our hits to 129, Lenny Wilkins, Rasheed Wallace, Pascal Siakam, Donovan Mitchell, Cam Whitmore, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Buffkin, De'Aaron Fox, Calvin Murphy, Gary Trent, and Malik Monk. To 125, the lone Oso Iguodala. Our hits to 99, Beef Stew, AJ Mitchell, Magic Johnson, Anton Watson, Elvin Hayes, Alonzo Mourning, Cam Johnson, Josh Giddey, Justin Edwards, LeBron James, De'Ron Holmes, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard. To 75, Elvin Hayes, J-Dub, Jalen Williams. To 65, Khalil Ware, Russell Westbrook, and LaMelo Ball. Our gold gang hits to 50. Klay Thompson, Bilal Coulibaly, auto of DeJounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Miller, Kevin Garnett, auto of A.J. Johnson, OMP, Jabari Walker, auto of Devin Carter, Zach LaVine, Victor Wembanyama, Isaiah Collier, Alexander Sarr, and Rob Dillingham. All of those hits are to 50. Our hits to 25. Bronny James Jr. on the auto. Jaime Jaquez Jr. on the auto. Johnny Furpey, Kawhi Leonard, KJ Simpson, Vince Carter auto. Redemption of Ayo Dosunmu and Carmelo Anthony. And Johnny Furpey on Destiny 225. Before we get into our short numbered hits, nice little caser. Helix of Zachary Sachet and Rockstars Zach Edey. Couple nice case hits for rookies there. Number 210, Harrison Ingram, Michael Porter Jr., and an auto of Oso Iguodala. On loan, number 25, Instinct Donovan Mitchell, 3 out of 5. But not the shortest numbered card of the break. Also not the hit of the break, which belongs to this gentleman right here. -5 of 0, Frozen Fractor, Victor Wembanyama. That's nice. All right, you guys have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you the next time around. Good night.